So, the music's perfectly appropriate here. The victim committed suicide. Case closed, wrapped up, Justine. Fucking what? Dude. He thought he would look refined if he died in an art gallery. Have you even been listening? I love that it's Kay who's doing this. Because in the previous game, she was sort of the one with the out there ideas. And even she's like, this fucking guy. That's great. Well, if you're as smart as me, just hearing half of the story will be enough. Sebastian. Like, really, Courtney? You're banking on this guy? Sebastian, I'll explain it from the top later. Top? That means best, right? Alright, I'll leave it to you. Yes, it would indeed be best if to let Judge Courtney handle him. Yep. That aside, don't you have some information to inform everyone of? Ah, I totally forgot. What are you talking about? We did a little checking on that pharmacist. We, meaning me, the best prosecutor's subordinate. What? That's not something to brag about. Shut up, you. Quiet down and listen. Suicide is, off the table for now, yeah. That's because, in short, the pharmacist is the culprit. She set up the gas as a trap. Yep! No! It's a terrible shame, Miss Pharmacist. How could one in the profession of saving lives stoop to extinguishing them? Huh? What are you saying? I would never do such a thing! Mr. DeBest, do you have a basis for these accusations? Of course. This is my basis. Her pharmacist license. Ooh, does that have a H on? It would permit her to handle Megatoxin X, right? Showing up in my... Nope. Have to be added. And its active ingredient, Fatalium, was one of the components of the poison gas. Exactly. That chemical is almost impossible for ordinary people to obtain. But that pharmacist is another story altogether. It wasn't me! You've got it all wrong! And that's not all. A bottle of Megatoxin X was found in the victim's pocket. Why was he carrying it? And on the bottle we found clear fingerprints. Yours. Eek! You and the curator took the victim to the infirmary, right? That would have given you the perfect opportunity to plant the bottle on him. That's... You are the only pharmacist on the premises who could have handled Megatoxin X. Furthermore, as for the curator of this art gallery, you're an acquaintance of hers. You would have had access to the gallery at any time in order to prepare the poison gas trap. Please wait! That Megatoxin X, it was stolen! Trying to lie your way out of this won't go well with me. It's true! Look, I've got the proof right here in my bag! What is he searching for? Not this! Not this either! I remember seeing cloth like that recently. Ah, here! Please take a look at this! It's some sort of paper. What's it say? April 1st, theft report accepted, stolen item Megatoxin X. Well, shit. This is a theft report. This is a theft report acceptance certificate. What? You see, the truth is, 1 week ago my Megatoxin X was stolen. You didn't file a report for it until yesterday? 1 week ago? That means you didn't have it with you today. You see, that bottle you just found is probably the one that was stolen from me. I normally carry that bottle of Megatoxin X in my bag at all times. Why? Even though oh, probably to kill rats. Even though I often forget to keep it locked up. I would never even think about mixing it with normalium. But why in the world would you carry such a dangerous substance on your person?
Well, you never know when those things will appear. Those.
I'm not doing a K impersonating. Those. No, it just sounds awful. Those creatures that infest the kitchen, striking fear into the hearts of a lady, right? Although if you had a rolled-up newspaper, you could just squash them with one blow. Ah, she's thinking it's spiders or something. Justine, what do we do now? Well then, can we really accept this theft report? Let's ask for confirmation. That should clearly tell us whether or not she's lying. Right. Well then, I'll just call and confirm it. Alright, that's a sensible thing to do. Granted. And she is a reasonable suspect, don't get me wrong. The freezing thing, access to the art gallery is a bit of a stretch, but she does have clear access to Fatalium, so there's definitely a reason to suspect her with method. Don't know about motive, but then again, I was the one who went on a big old speech about how it's not necessary. Looks like Miss Delicious isn't the culprit. Indeed, if she really did set up the poison gas as a trap, I don't believe she would do it in the way that incriminates her the most. No, that would be stupid. So, Miles, who do you think the culprit is? Predicting the actions of victims would require a fair amount of advanced planning. And there's only one person here capable of that. Oh, Uncle Ray would like to know, too. Who do you suspect? One who stole the Megatoxin X and prepared the room in advance was this bitch.
Take that!
It had to be the curator of the Zodiac Art Gallery, Miss Catherine Hall. However, I still don't have any evidence that she is the criminal yet. I mean, I figured that out a little while ago. Don't know about evidence, though. Other than that, I just don't like the look of her. I see. She is. The way he said that just now sounded like he'd been expecting it. I'm guessing it was... This might be another, to bring him back up again, Terry Falls situation where the culprit's pretty clear, but we don't have enough evidence to go to trial with it. So they get away for a while. Good job, Miles. Good job, my fucking people. As expected from Uncle Ray's future apprentice. I have no intention of becoming your apprentice. And I will now announce the results of my verification. I can confirm her theft report was indeed accepted. Therefore, it's a little too early to come to a decision. That means your logic was completely faulty. Again, maybe you shouldn't just jump to conclusions when he doesn't... Whatever. Woohoo! You're wrong. My real performance is still to come. Really? And how do you plan to proceed with your investigation? That's... First we need to speak with the curator. And after that... We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Sebastian. Mr. Gustavia may have had business in the Winter Palace. I believe we should send an investigator there as well. Oh, that's good too. Detective Gumshoe, investigate the Winter Palace at once. Ugh, got it, sir. Justine, let's go talk to the curator. Yes, let us proceed. We should go listen to what Miss Hall has to say as well. Not you, Lord Larry. Get the hell out of here. God damn it, Larry. Why are you... Ugh, never mind. Unimportant. Alright, I want you guys to listen to what the curator has to say. Mr. DeBest, weren't you going to go and talk to her yourself? Nah. Woohoo! No, that's a job for my subordinates. All I have to do is wait for their report. I'm the best prosecutor, after all. So, second-hand information is the best information, you say. Such arrogance. Well, this is anticlimactic. I'm gonna chill for a bit. I'm guessing we're gonna go back in time at this point. Huh? What's that in the fountain? Ah! That's the best you're gonna get. Oh, fuck, what? How did we not see this sooner? Let's see. Woohoo! Woo! There's a dead... Woohoo! There's a dead body in the fountain. What is the meaning of this? That was marble. Silence, everyone. Forensics, identify this body at once. It's terrible, pal. Please be quiet, detective. The ice sculptures in the Winter Palace. They've all melted, pal. What? 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 Fucking, I'm waiting to go back in time, man. Seriously. We keep building up to a nice cliffhanger before we go back to whatever. What's going on here? There are 2 victims now. Well, one of them's not dead. This is all just like 18 years ago. Once again, the ice sculptures have melted. Again? And everyone related to the incident 18 years ago is gathered here now. This is no mere coincidence. Don't you think so, Miles? Yes. The key to finding the truth in this case lies in the IS-7 incident. This is what I believe. That's right. Uncle Ray thinks so too. This is a fucking sweet-ass plot. Can I just say that right now? Maybe not the time jumping so much, but the unsolved murder gathers everyone back in the same location and recreates the crime from 18 years ago. That's a fucking Agatha Christie-style murder going on there. And I applaud the game. This is awesome for a plot. Way better than the last one, which is kind of just lame. And the first one was alright. The last one I thought was kind of lame. This one's fucking sweet. Looks like it's time once again for Uncle Ray to tell you about the IS-7 incident. Back in time we go. That was a quick part. That might have been an episode we spent before we hit another save screen. Ah, yes. I was hoping to check... hoping to refresh myself on what Gustavia's voice was. Because I checked a bunch of people, he's the one I really forget. The IS-7 incident 18 years ago. Gregory Edgeworth's lost case. Isaac Dover was murdered at the venue of a dessert contest. And his body was discovered in the chocolate treasure chest made by Jeff Master. The victim died from blood loss after being struck in the head with a rock salt lamp. The murder weapon was found hidden inside Lycia's castle, Candy Castle. Then in the victim's room, where no one had searched yet. All of Dover's sherbet sculptures had melted. Ooh, sherbet. 18 years ago. Hopefully, enough time will pass where I don't have to remember Gustavia's voice. Wasn't it like battle-hardened guy? Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Sculpture in Mr. Dover's room had melted. Due to that, Prosecutor Von Karma immediately drove us away from the scene. How are we going to investigate now? And what's with that? Defense attorney's out. Von Karma's methods are deplorable. Well, investigating a crime scene is supposed to be the police's job, after all. But you got to admit, Von Karma's methods are way out of line. Defense attorneys and the police should work together to discover the truth. Raymond, you must realize that not everyone shares the same views as us. Should one expose the truth for the sake of justice, or simply accept the things as they appear? Everyone has their own view on what is right and what is wrong. Even if it means convicting an innocent man. Both ourselves and the police are only human, and as humans, we all make mistakes. It is for this reason that defense attorneys exist, so that those who are alone and helpless can have an ally on their side. An ally on their side? If we cannot investigate, shouldn't we just find some other way to help? I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I still have much to learn. You're still young, so you'll have many opportunities to learn. Right, I'll do my best. Ugh. 16, my fucking foot.
Monsieur Edgeworth and Monsieur Shields, would you like to take a brief respite?
Yeah, looking at her again, I think she is a bit cuter here, but still the eyes are weird to me. Like, really crazy weird. I don't know why, they just are. I remember those.
I know it's not much, but please, eat these.
Ah, thank you! Chocolate! Mr. Master's favorite food, handmade by Miss Hall. Very sweet and quite misshapen. They're just cubes! Let's eat. I appreciate getting some sugar in my system. But these are a little too sweet. And it's a little misshapen, too.
I'm terribly sorry. Does it not suit your tastes?
Not at all. It's deliciously sweet.
Thank you very much. But making sweets isn't really my forte.
Huh? You made this chocolate, Kate?
Yes, oui. Chocolate is Monsieur Master's favorite food. Preparing his favorite food is also part of my job. But I'm still not good at it, so I need him to instruct me.
I envy Master Jeff. He gets to eat Kate's handmade sweets whenever he wants. Phrase that differently, please. She is 16, apparently.
Did you say something?
Oh, no, it's nothing. This is so sweet. In more ways than one. Miss Hall, you seem very dedicated to your work.
Without my work, I wouldn't even have the right to be here.
What do you mean? You may notice that her voice is awful. It's sort of falling accidentally between French and kind of horrible German. I don't know.
When I was a child, I was abandoned. Monsieur Master took me in.
Maybe it's just weird French. I don't know.
One snowy Christmas Eve, I was left on the doorstep of his mansion. I owe Monsieur Master my life. He became like a father to me. And so, to repay his kindness, I want to continue working for him.
Kate, I need to remember Master's voice, too. We'll check that at the end of this episode. You're incredible! I've lived a long life. No, you haven't. You're like in your 40s. Yet that brought a tear even to my eye.
Today, Christmas Eve has finally arrived once more. But it looks like I won't be able to give him the present I prepared. I would do anything if it meant saving Monsieur Master. If there's any way I could be of service to you, please ask.
Yes, I appreciate that. Well then, do you happen to know anything about the victim, Isaac Dover?
I don't really know much about Mr. Dover, but I have a photo of the desserts he made for the contest finals.
This is certainly a splendid piece of work.
Yes, with this exquisite beauty, it is truly a work of art. It's crafted so intricately that you almost forget it's made out of sherbet. It seems like Monsieur Master was also fond of Monsieur Dover's work as well.
Wow, these are the Taurus and Gemini constellations. Do you know a lot about constellations, Raymond? Of course. There is so much romance in the constellations. I'll give him that. There is no science in them, however. Unless astronomy does count as science, fine, but there's no life-predicting nonsense from zodiacs. For example, take the club, lawyer, and arrow held by Gemini here. These come from... Huh? There are no strings in this lawyer. Did Mr. Dover make a mistake in his sculpting? I mean, look, dude. These are some pretty intricate things, alright? I don't think you can chastise the man for forgetting to put strings in the lyre.
It's hard to think he would make a mistake like that.
Huh? I thought you said you didn't know that much about him.
I just sort of felt that way somehow. I definitely didn't do it. Ha ha ha.
It appears she is hiding something from us. Miss Hall, did you take this photograph yourself?
Yes, oui. I took it with this instant camera. It develops pictures instantly. Sort of like in the name. It is one of my greatest treasures.
Wow, I would love to see it in action.
Well then, why don't we take a picture right now?
Yeah, let's have our picture taken, Mr. Edgeworth. Sure, I don't mind. I'm confident in my hairstyle today. Also, I'm wearing a hat. I do like his father. His father's a little... He's formal enough and uptight enough that I can respect him for his work, but he's not a stick in the mud about it. It's like, I'm confident in my hairstyle today. He's very Hank Hill-esque, you know? Just sort of a... He's an everyman. And I like that quality.
Alright, I'm taking the picture. Say cheese. Fromage. Here is developed a present from me to you, Monsieur Shields. Monsieur Shields.
Well,
thank you so much. That's such a great camera. It's the only camera in the mansion. Unfortunately, its convenience comes at a cost. There are no negatives.
No negatives. Huh. Is this the same camera Mr. Master used during the contest? That would be true. There are no negatives as a result. Of course, this... I guess if it's 18 years ago, this is early 2000s, and film wasn't a huge deal, or digital wasn't a huge deal, so I guess negatives are still kind of a thing. But you don't find negatives with digital anymore either.
Yes, you are well informed. While he made his desserts, Monsieur Master photographed these work. After that, he took the photos of all the other competitors' works.
Was he taking photos at the time the body was found? The body was discovered during the judging, was it not?
Monsieur Master intended to take photos of everyone's rooms, but after he photographed Gustavia's room, he ran out of film.
I was short-sighted. That was like 3 pictures.
Monsieur Master asked me to change the film in the camera. It seemed the film he prepared in advance wasn't enough.
There wasn't enough film.
It seems the number of photos he took didn't match up with the amount of film remaining. Well, he told me himself it might have been just a mistake, though.
Was it really just a mistake?
I retrieved more film from the main building and went back to the fountain patio. And it was then that I heard the sound of something breaking in Monsieur Master's room. Monsieur Master, are you in here? Here. Sacre bleu! And that's when I found Monsieur Dover's body in Monsieur Master's room. It was so terrible. I was really shaken up. And before I spoke to anyone else, I called the police. This camera, I've kept it with me ever since.
I see. If it's alright with you, would you mind lending me your camera and that photo?
Sure, I don't mind at all. Here you go. It's not like I just said it was my most treasured possession.
Thank you very much. Camera added to the court record. Dover's Sherbet Salon added. The plot thickens. Hey, it's bad again.
Detective Bad, Miss Delicious, is the investigation over already?
Ugh, fucking train outside my place. Find out next time. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Tokenlad. Talk to you later, shooting your shift. See you around, ass clowns.